boosted by a large contingent from nearby Oxford, waited to find out, along with our commentator, Phil Duffel.
Losing at Charlton 8 days ago, completed a hat-trick Swindon didn't want. 3 successive defeats which have dropped them from 1st to 5th in the table. Steve McMahon's response is to make 3 changes. Back into the side come Frederick Darragh, Darren Bullock and Mark Walters. Up front, Steve Finney is again preferred to Steve Coe as a partner for recent signing George Ndar. Financial and football problems for Oxford. Everyone on today's team sheet is up for sale, so perhaps it's no surprise they've won just 1 of their last 9 games. Suriname-born centre-back Brian Wilsterman keeps his place in an unchanged lineup, even though Phil Gilchrist has recovered from a bout of illness. Former Swindon man Joey Beecham is likely to have licence to try his luck down both flanks. So visitors Oxford in their usual bright yellow shirts get the game underway. And no matter whether these teams are challenging near the top of the table or struggling towards the foot, this is always a fiercely contested local derby. And in charge today, Nottinghamshire referee FRAZER STRETTON. Great ball forward by Robinson for Ndar. Unbelievably close to the opening goal. And George Ndar can't believe it. Well, Oxford were ripped apart by the simplest of long balls from the back by Mark Robinson. They were waiting for an offside flag, which never came. Ndar beat the goalkeeper, but he couldn't beat the upright. A real let-off, though, for Oxford. That rather flicked off Beecham straight to Robinson, but then Ford got a vital foot in for his team. Here's Beecham again on the ball. This time he's got Thompson for company, but still Beecham. It's a good-looking cross in, super header, and a brilliant save. Well, everything about that move was right. The finish was arrowing towards the bottom corner, and Digby just managed to snake out a hand to keep it out. But a warning, if it was needed, of the danger Oxford pose on the counter. Massey. Ball obviously just flicked off the Oxford man. Again, Thompson was looking for more time than he had. And Oxford win it back. It's a nice ball out to the far side, searching out Jemson. Support's arriving in the form of Robinson. He doesn't need him. And right across and into the back of the net. Oxford lead. And it's a simple goal from the captain, Mike Ford. And would you believe it, the player who lives in Swindon has put Oxford ahead against Swindon. Well, the home defence was caught napping. It was a perfect far post ball by Jemson, the sort he would love to be on the end of. Instead, it was the fullback who was there, but Ford buried it as if he was a striker. Oxford lead 1-0. Martin Gray. And now Beecham. Walters on the counter for Swindon. Ford to meet him. Eventually he's bundled over by Dave Smith. So that'll be a Swindon free kick. Or maybe it's a cumulative effect of a couple of fouls that's landed Dave Smith in the book. And it's a yellow card, the first of the day. Touch from the free kick against the post and forced in on the far side. Alan McDonald's first goal for Swindon Town. And a goal out of absolutely nothing. Well, it was a great free kick in by Walters, a difficult ball to defend. The first header took it beyond the goalkeeper, off the woodwork, and it was forced home on the far side. I think it's Alan McDonald who may claim it for Swindon Town. in which case it'll be his first for his new club. There's certainly no shortage of incident already in this game. Endar now breaking forward. Swindon appeal for hands. Nothing is given. And Endar gives the ball away. Here he is again. His pace is certainly causing Oxford a problem or two at the back. Support now from Thompson, and that could well be a penalty. The trick by Wilsterman. Referee points to the spot. And very little doubt about it. Well, there's one or two skirmishes, unfortunately, breaking out in the crowd. Mark Walters taking responsibility for Swindon Town. He's actually their leading scorer out on the pitch at the moment with just 2 goals so far, Walters. That's number 3, and Swindon Town lead by 2-1. Very coolly done by the experienced former Liverpool and Rangers man. He just rolled it into the corner. Endar, shooting chance, good save by the keeper at full stretch. Phil Whitehead has made 1 or 2 good saves to keep his side in the hunt here, and that was perhaps the pick of them. It's a good run by Walters, which hasn't been spotted. Here he is, and the cross nodded home by Steve Finney, and Oxford United punished for going to sleep. Well, Mark Walters had all the time in the world to line up his cross. He picked out Finney on the far post, and from that distance, he wasn't going to miss. It's only Finney's 2nd goal of the season for Swindon, and their lead is looking a little safer. Taylor. It's a great run by Gooden, a super ball, and what a goal! Swindon Town make absolutely sure in sensational style. Ty Gooden thrashing the ball into the top corner, and how he's enjoying the moment. It was a brilliant ball by Taylor to pick him out, and what a superb finish. Absolutely unstoppable. Gooden's 2nd of the season, and Swindon lead 4-1, and surely that's 3 points in the bag.
It's been very disappointing the last few weeks, but what better way to come back, and it was a good performance in the end.
You did it the hard way as well, from a goal down here.
Goal down, disappointing, but I never felt that the players let their heads go down. I always felt we had goals in us, and especially with George and the pace up front he shows. And we were patient, and at the end of the day we battled well.
In a sense, were you glad that it was a local derby and that, you know, if anything, you don't really need to pick your players up for this type of game?
No, I don't think it would have mattered. I think on the back of 3 straight defeats, I think it was important. It didn't matter who we played today. It was important that we picked the pace up and we gathered momentum again. I think we've done that, and it was an added bonus that it was Oxford. But, you know, it doesn't matter who you play, there's only 3 points at stake.
But Russell, a great way for Swindon to come back from 3 defeats, wasn't it?
It was a very positive performance. OK, they went a goal down, but that seemed to kick-start the game for them, and good goals as well.
Yeah, they're scoring goals from all areas, aren't they? They weren't missing Chris Hay.
No, well, if you look at the squad, they've got Chris Hay, they've got Coe, who scored for them. Now they've got George Endar there. It's nice to see Finney back on the score sheet as well. So there's 4 lads there competing for 2 places, really.
Well, George Endar didn't score, but he was looking very lively, wasn't he?
He is lively. He's a quick lad. He covers the ground, you know, very rapidly. He's strong, he's awkward, he's all arms and legs, as you can see, but he's a powerful fella, you know, and he's somebody that's going to give a lot of defences a lot of trouble.
And he's a good replacement for Wayne Allison, you think?
Yeah, he is. Different type of player. He's probably not the hold-up sort of player that Wayne Allison was. He's probably a little bit more direct, but, you know, he can finish, and he can get on the end of stuff.
Are you among the sceptics about Swindon's challenge for the Premiership this season?
No, I think they've just had a little hiccup recently, but they'll get that going again now. Providing they can stay clear of injuries, you know, over this Christmas period, which is always very busy, then I'm sure they'll be thereabouts.
Right, we'll see.